We were back on the river now, continuing on our way to the Nicaraguan border.
How you doing? Is this Nicaragua? Nicaragua?
Yeah. ¿Cómo se llama monkey?
Mono, dice mono. Mono.
What's mono nombre?
Tiene un nombre este mono.
Francisca.
Francisca se llama.
Francisco. Now, how did he find this monkey? Spider monkey.
¿Cómo lo encontraste?
Tirado y cayó la mamá, la curamos, se fue la mamá y quedó él.
The mother fell down and lost him.
Oh, really?
As a baby.
Sí.
Are there a lot of spider monkeys around here?
There's still a lot, yeah. We have 3 spiders. Then the Congos, what we call it, the other monkeys, and the whiteface.
Oh, you have the capuchin, the howlers, and the spiders.
Yeah, that's the 3 we have here.
Now, are they endangered at all here, the spiders?
In general, in Costa Rica, they're endangered. In Nicaragua, there's some.
Okay. Let's see if Francisco. You can let him go. Yeah. Bye-bye. In just 3 more hours, we would be approaching our final destination, 10,000 acres of untouched primary rainforest, home to thousands and thousands of mammals and birds. This part of Oro Verde contains riches that no amount of money could ever buy. How old are these trees?
And these trees are between 150 years and 500 years, 600 years.
Oh, look at this. What is this?
Heliconia.
Heliconia.
Yeah.
That's
One of the 4 species of heliconia we have. It's full with water.
The whole water.
Yeah. They hold water. It's all water, you see?
Beautiful.
Vámonos.
This is all the trees are cutting down.
We say this sort of rainforest lasted 3 million of years to build them up how they are now. And you cut it away and that is gone forever. For this moment now, the biggest threat is the banana farming in Costa Rica. You see the banana price went up so high and now they cut the last jungles to plant banana.
Wolf, now that the price of land is so high for people to grow bananas, if I offered you $3,000 an acre, would you take it?
No. But that's not why I bought it. I bought it to preserve it. And I have no more interest to get a rich man. I am rich enough to see with this forest. That's it.
People must think you're crazy.
They thought I'm crazy. Now they don't think it anymore. I'm a rich man. I'm a wealthy man. I have green gold here, you see. I have thousands of acres green gold. I cannot be richer in this world. Look around. Look all the trees, look all this epiphyte that is sitting there. You can go hours and hours and hours here, and you feel so good. You cannot buy something like that with money.
Listen. Green gold.
That's green gold. Yeah, that's wealthy. Oh.
Now it's quiet.
And you don't know why. And then we begin once more. It's beautiful.
Sometimes it's hard to understand the connection between a big city like this and a remote tropical rainforest, but the San Francisco Zoo is doing their best to bring them both together. You know, in a sense, that's exactly what all zoos do. They're a bridge, just like the Golden Gate here, between our fast-paced, modern urban world and those remote parts of our planet where wildlife still roams free and the only sounds you hear are the sounds of nature. The San Francisco Zoo has just about every kind of animal you'd expect to find. And then some. But on my last trip there, I saw something I hadn't seen before. What's this thing? Parking meter looks like. What about a parking meter being in the center of a zoo? Sure is strange looking, you know it? Saving rainforest habitats is something that a lot of us are concerned with. But Norm Gershons, director of the Ecosystem Survival Plan of the San Francisco Zoo, has come up with a whole new twist. So Norm, how did you come up with this idea of parking meters to save rainforest?
Well, actually, I was challenged. A gentleman, I told him I worked at the San Francisco Zoo. He said, well, zoos don't do a heck of a lot for conservation, do they? And it was all of a sudden it became a personal challenge, and I realized that maybe zoos need to do a lot more.
So someone comes up here and they put a quarter, a nickel, or a dime in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they turn a little thing here.
But this isn't an average parking meter. In other words, when you put your money in, you have an active hummingbird. That's it. We have to put your quarter in so you can save.
I'm going big time. I'm putting a quarter in. Wow.
The program itself probably can raise, we figure, if we get about 100 meters in zoos across the country and aquariums, maybe $1 million a year.
So how much land do you hope to save in these countries by putting money in the meters?
Well, actually, it's hard to believe, but for $300, you can buy 2.5 square acres of rainforest land.
So all the monies that come from these meters, you send directly to purchasing habitat, what, in Central South America?
We've worked in Costa Rica and Belize, and it actually can work all around the world. But right now, in Central and South America, the tropical rainforests obviously are being destroyed something like 50 acres a minute. And so this way, it allows the average common man and the common woman and the common child to come and interact at the zoo and put money in this conservation meter and save wildlife.
Let's see, what does it say? Your money goes directly toward the purchase and protection of endangered habitats around the world. And it says for every 2.5 acres of South American rainforest protected, you have saved 1 out of 1,000 jaguars, spider monkeys, anteaters.
The reason that I came up with this program is because I feel like we're running out of time. And if we look to save the tiger or the panda, we're going to run out of time completely. So if we have to look at saving entire systems. So if you save the entire system, or you save tropical areas, you'll save the jaguar, you'll save the toucan, you'll save the spider monkey and the Pikachu. And it's as easy as just a flick of the wrist, in this case, with the conservation meter.
More than 60% of all living things on our planet exist only in the tropical rainforest. Costa Rica. Young people are coming from around the globe to learn about what's being done here to protect wildlife and to lend a hand themselves. When I learned about the valuable research on monkeys that Holly Ferret and some fellow American students were doing along the Coral-BC River, I decided to go have a look. I couldn't resist the whitewater raft trip downriver to get to the monkey research station. Holly, what do you think it is that brings young people to Costa Rica to study all these animals?
Well, I think that Costa Rica is a very easy place to work. It's friendly, the language is easy to learn, the people are very patient, and for me it was the monkeys that brought me here.
You think it's because there are a lot of wild animals still left here in forest?
Exactly. It's very easy to walk along and catch a glimpse of a wild peccary or a monkey or some exotic bird.
Now, aren't you afraid out here sometimes in this jungle?
My friends always tease me about having to carry machetes or something with me, but I've never been bitten by a snake.
Have you always liked working with primates?
Well, my first experience working with the primates outside was in Madagascar.
Now, what type of studies are you doing here?
Right now, we're focusing on feeding ecology of these animals. So we come out here every day from 5:30 to 5:30, and we have our little computers, and we take every kind of data, anything they do. They move, we record it.
Now, Holly, I keep hearing these monkeys up here. How many are up there?
Well, should be about 7 animals in this group. There's 2 adult males and 4 adult females, and then a scattering of infants and babies.
Now, why do they call them howler monkeys?
Well, the males have this loud vocalization, which sounds more like a bark, like a dog, than a howl. But
show me how it sounds. Pretty good.
Something like that. That's more like find them every day. In the morning, we walk around and howl until someone answers us back.
Now, are howler monkeys family structured?
A normal group size is about like this. It's a harem kind of group. There's 2 males, 4 or 5 adult females, and then a scattering of babies. The howlers live in strips of forest that are in between the cattle pastures. They leave just enough as windbreaks so that howlers can live in the areas.
Do you think Costa Rica is doing a pretty good job preserving their wildlife?
I think so. I think they're definitely a role model for other countries, and from what I've seen here, I'm very hopeful for the future.
Now, what type of trees are these?
Now, this is a mango tree. This tree is right on the border of two groups, so it's a big territory. A lot of fights happen in this tree because they love to eat green mangoes.
So, in other words, mangoes are main diet? He hit you with a mango!
Yep, that's what they eat.
Do they do that often?
Throw things at you? Well, we've probably run out on their patience with us, so...
Hey, take this back! Hey, stop it! Take it back! There, I got you. You didn't catch it, though.
Hey!
It's amazing they know how to do that.
Yeah. Well, they'll break branches and throw whatever they can find up there, and sometimes they even do something else on you.
I say, well, if they're going to do that, just do that on me. Let's get it.
Okay.
You like it here?
Yes. Don't want to leave. I think I'll probably, as soon as I finish school, graduate work, I'll be back here to stay.